And that's right, Tina. So multiple private schools here in the Bathurst and Lawrence area appear to be open to students despite emergency orders to close. Residents in this neighborhood have been contacting City News, stunned by the crowds of students, staff and parents they see gathering every day as we struggle to get the third wave under control. It looked like a typical school day outside this North York private school. Crowds of kids wearing backpacks were heading home as cars were lined up down the street for pickups. A few blocks away at another private school, our cameras captured a steady stream of students loading on to a yellow school bus. Residents who live in this North York hotspot emailed City News concerned about public health and are wondering why these schools remain open.
I guess my main concern is like when people end up in the hospital, how's that going to affect someone I love who may need to go to the hospital for even another reason if there aren't any spots because people are blatantly disregarding.
A contractor working in the area who wanted to remain anonymous also came to City News, worried about what he's been witnessing.
There was so much traffic. They even had people directing the traffic for everybody to go in and out. So, a lot of kids are in there. All the blinds are shut, but if you go close enough, you can see all the kids sitting down on their desks, and it looks like they're at school.
We sent emails and made calls to the schools. Can I just ask you, is the school open?
Are we open? We are open for prayers.
Both tell us in-person learning has stopped and they're now only offering religious services between 9 and 2 and say it's in accordance with the regulations. Here's part of a response we received by email. Our building is capable of holding multiple gatherings at the same time in different rooms. Physical distancing is maintained at all times. We are fully respecting the rules and have been completely candid with Toronto Public Health about what we're doing. Provincial regulations posted on Toronto Public Health's website states capacity limits for religious gatherings are 10 people or less per service, rite or ceremony, and it strongly encourages places of worship to take things online. We reached out for clarification on this. Toronto Public Health confirms they are investigating, but say they cannot release details about ongoing investigations. They also say the 10-person limit for religious gatherings is per service, not per room. However, did not specify if a facility can host multiple services in multiple rooms at the same time.
I think really, sort of saying, well, maybe it's, room by room versus a facility. Like in some ways that's sort of splitting hairs versus really what's the intention of this, and what we've got to do is say, well, what's the intention of these restrictions?
Is it safe to be indoors for long periods of time, even if there is social distancing and other safety precautions?
It's really hard to prevent the spread and transmission of the virus when you're enclosed in an enclosed space and potentially close together. Even though social distancing is and mask wearing is what we're encouraging, it's still secondary to the fact of we really don't want people to be congregating right now.
Now, residents we've been talking to are concerned about the lack of enforcement here. We also reached out to the province for more clarification on those regulations. Now, for more on this story, head to our website, citynews.ca.